So the boy Clue, he had a lot to say about GRM Gala. He had a lot to say about Posty. Just basically year in, year out, artists, if you're not Posty's friend or it's an invite only, then you can't come. Like even he's talking about the Duppy and freestyle platforms. If you're not friends with Posty or you're not getting on the platform. Now I'm gonna play what he had to say. Like I said, guys, I'm being very impartial. I'm gonna do some breakdowns of the way how I see it. I've been in the industry, and I'm, how do I put it? I'm not in the industry. I'm just someone that's just looking outside, looking in, and what I can see. So let's play what Clue actually had to say, and then we'll get into this. Cause I saw this on Big Ego, the Big Ego Media. Yeah.
You know, I got a problem with them people that are like ain't humble in the sense of like coming up, you was broke, no emotion. Used to go to work, whether it be Waitrose, remember Safeway and that, old school. But then you forward into music, you're endorsed with some music money, injection money, I call it. And then you want to start stunting and styling on people, like talking peas, bro.
Let me break this one down. I can't lie. Clues woke up like, bro, I had enough of this industry stuff. Like, like everything is full up of gatekeepers. But he's just basically saying, look, you used to work 9 to 5s. You're not from the streets or had to struggle through anything, bro. You used to work 9 to 5s. You started doing music while you're working your 9 to 5. You've now made it in music, and then now you've just turned rich and switch. Like you've turned rich and switch, like you don't know who you are. Bro, 95% of rappers will always switch up on their friends, bro. This is what they do. Hopefully, if you're a rapper and it's not towards you, then, but this always happens. You always lose friends on the way, but people always feel a type of way because the person that you were, you're not that person no more, or you've kind of had to make your circle smaller, and you got to do what you got to do.
Bro, fucking have some manners, blood. And bro, it's not even about me. I'm cool. I'm at home with my tea and biscuits. I'm calm. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just saying for the younger generation that want to do music and pursue it as a career, the narrative that you're forwarding is, if you're not with Posty and friends, you can't forward in this thing. You've got an invite-only event, but you're GRM. Huh? You're doing freestyle platforms, invite-only. Huh? It's not even about Posty. Like, salute, bro. Wish you the best, bro. I'm just saying, the narrative is crazy. Like, there's generations of kids that want to forward in music. They might not get along with certain people, and we can't stop that. But what we can do is give everybody an even playing field, or equal playing field. Do you get what I'm saying? Man, stop this narrative about Posty and friends or it can't run. It's mental.
I'll be honest, I do agree with Clue to a certain extent, but what I will say to him, Posty, my bro, Posty has a very hard job to pleasing everyone. You gotta understand, my brother, yeah, is GRM Gala is for celebration. It's for celebration of what the culture has built, you get me, and bringing everyone together and everyone having that gala. Do you know what I mean? Bro, there is a lot of street politics. If you look at the event, you can see there's multiple artists that are there. You can't invite their opposition. So it's either it's going to be one side and not the other. And Posty has a lot of relationships in the industry. So he's only going, if he's going to invite Tion Wayne and his management, then Heady One and that can't come. They both can't be there. We know online they just don't speak. So it's not a disrespect, but if he's going to invite Chip like last year, then he knows that you can't really invite Stormzy. They ain't got madness, but they just don't speak. And it's like, it's very hard for Posty to kind of find the balance. Do you know what I mean? So GRM, Daily Duppy, I don't know how they look at that. It was mad to me that little torment is only getting a GRM daily duppy now. That's mad to me. But like I said, look, Posty is one of the guys that moves the needle for the culture. He's one of the guys that does amazing things for the culture. And then on the flip side, I hear what Clue's saying, bro. Like, Clue and many other artists had enough. They've had enough, bro. The whole thing's getting gatekeepers and people getting held, and you can't go to the next level or go to the next level. But guys, we need to remember we have TikTok now, bro. We don't have to depend on the culture. Like, we don't have to depend on the culture. You don't have to depend on record labels. You don't. Because if it was that easy, then record labels would have multiple stars. But at the moment, you start seeing, if you kind of listen to the underground music and underground artists, you can see that they're actually blowing up. The underground artists that people are not even hearing who they are, bro, are actually getting great numbers. And they're not in the culture. They're not in the industry. They're not in the industry. Do you know what I mean? This is why it's a prime example for Wireless, why they put a lot of underground artists on their roster or for them to perform, and not a lot of A-list, B-list, C-list. This is why the other artists were getting brought out by Drake, but they didn't get put on the roster unless you was a NEMS, or do you know what I'm trying to say? So you got to understand that side of things. So I think, look, even me doing this is opening up the door to, like, you can do whatever you want. You get me? You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I've been to GRM galas. Out of respect for GRM gala, this year I didn't go because of, I'm aware of the content that I make and just my surroundings. You get me? So I just know I'm just being very cautious, and respect to Posty. But Posty is a very powerful person, so he will definitely control who goes. Bro, I don't get posted on GRM unless I ask Posty. Like, I have to message Posty to ask Posty, like, yo, bro, I got the bouncer hub, can you post this? You get me? So obviously a conversation has happened internally saying, listen, don't post none of bouncer's stuff. Even before I started doing all of this stuff, you get me? But I've had to message him like, yo, bro, do you know what I'm trying to say? But fam, that's just how the game goes. I didn't depend on Posty on the back of that. I don't depend on them. Like, my word gets out there. My word's getting out there, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And it's about YouTube retention. It's about authentic. It's about being real. This is why I brush Shea Borough or UK Gossip and let them know that they're all scumbags, because they're selective with the narratives that they push. If man's going to post things, I'm just going to post. Obviously, Clue, you're on big joints here, bro. So obviously you know that they've got respect for you. You know that they see you as a legend. Look, not many people can be on this, bro.
GRM Daily.
Not many people can be on this, my brother. So, but I know the frustration. But I will say, maybe, you get me, there's too much politics inside our little culture, bro. So for him, he's not gonna go through the same thing when he done a rated awards and all that madness happened, and he was on, I think it was on Big Channel 4, and then from there it hasn't really, like, they're not even doing it no more. Do you know what I mean? So they're not doing it no more. But this is the era, man, of, you get me, owning your own IP. This is the era of not depending on no other platform. This is the era on dropping your own music videos on your own platform, putting your own funds behind it. If you're gonna pay GRM for £400 upload, then you can put £400 in digital ads and get the same views, or you can do short form content. So this is an era where you don't have to depend on GRM, but at the same time, GRM is a very, very powerful platform, and I would advise. You got Asco still flipping dropping on GRM. It speaks for itself. You've got many artists dropping on GRM. You get me? I've literally emailed Bernie, big shout out to Bernie, to even flipping chat to about artists dropping on there, because their platform and what they've done for the culture is amazing. Link Up TV, Mixtape Madness, they've all done amazing stuff. Press Play, like, the list goes on. They've all done SBTV. But they've all done amazing stuff for the culture. But I just think it's hard to please everyone, innit? It's hard to please everyone, bro. It's hard to please everyone. You get me? And that's what it is. The freestyle thing, I hear what you're saying, but GRM wouldn't be GRM GRM Daily Duppy wouldn't be Daily Duppy if they just had everyone on the freestyle platform. Like Daily Duppy is the best freestyle platform in the culture right now. It's been there and it's happened on the right decisions, bro. So yeah, do you know what I mean? It's a catch-22, man. It's hard though. Get me. It's hard for other people to even make a freestyle platform. You're not gonna get the right retention on YouTube. You have to be consistent and boom, 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 boom. So yeah, man. Let me know in the comments what you think. But Clue has a point. Do you know what I mean? Clue's had a point. He's like, and I like, bro. To be honest, I like when artists come out and speak their mind, bro, because the industry is all controlled by the narrative of the media, and they won't post you if you're not with them, bro. You get me? And I am not with them. I speak my mind, and they can't control power. You get me? I'm just getting started, but they can't control power, bro. I'll make another YouTube, and the videos will be the same. People will find me, and the video will be the same. They can't control that for the people, bro. Speaking for the people. That's what I'm on, speaking for the people. But yeah, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.